extra. Sagittarius, read all about it. This is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. This is not a horoscope, it's an energy reading. So wherever Sagittarius energy influences your natal chart or your life, so if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, yeah, this reading is for you. So pull up a chair. There's always an extended reading. So that link is in the description box below. And what that includes is a full tarot card spread that articulates and draws out specifics and personalizes the energies that we pick up on here. There is a new, it also always includes your romance reading too. So if you're looking for romance predictions from Born Without Boundaries, those are in the description box. I'll see you over there. Now, there's always a new Sagittarius video every single week. So if you want them fresh off the press, please click that subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll get notified as soon as I upload your favorite content. I do provide personal readings. That information is also in the description box below, or I think it's on my About Me page as well. In the description box below, just email me at bornwithoutboundaries@gmail.com and we'll get the ball rolling. And then last but not least, I do a live reading Monday through Thursday on Instagram. So please do join me on my Instagram profile, born_without_boundaries over on Instagram. So I know that's been all those introductions not necessary, right? But they are. We're going to start with your crowning reading, Sagittarius, which is what is affecting you, influencing the entire energy. And then the central energy is sort of the core of what your challenge is. And then that grounding energy, last but not least, is what is actually going to bring you through and help you out. Let's see. All right. Good enough for me. Let's do it. Crowning your energy. No. I just don't feel like I've gotten the crowning energy yet. I do know that I've gotten the central energy. Okay. So crowning your energy. What are you driven by? Love. Okay. Yes, this is a highly romantic card. Yes, this indicates love and romance, but this is romance personified. This is Libra energy. It is that romantic, sort of just wrapped in beauty, romance. It's romance personified. That's what it is. It's a sense of romance in your life. Now, what that means, not necessarily a relationship. It is just an ideal. That's what romanticism is. It's an idealism. It's an idealistic way of looking at the world. This maybe not flowery, but emotional, fulfilling, and happy ending kind of way of looking at the world. Now, this does indicate that there is a relationship in your life, since it is Libra energy, that is actually, in other words, I think ultimately you're looking forward to something. There's something that is making you extremely happy, like you're finally coming to a place where you can love your life every day. You don't regret going to work. You don't regret going home. There's no kinds of mumbles or grumbles. There's a sense of l'envie en rose being exactly what you live every day. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that there was some sort of decisions that were made or conclusions that you came to basically put yourself in this frame of mind or make you believe that this was possible and this is the only thing that you're going to accept. Now, of course, this would be perfect energy to be planning a wedding under, right? To be buying your new house, purchasing your new house, looking for a new home with your partner, falling in love under. This is a wonderful energy. Why? Because it makes you feel like every day is something phenomenal. But ultimately, that is a state of mind that you put yourself in. Now, maybe not. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's about you did find that right person or that right mindset that inspired you and is making your life feel wonderful right now. It could indicate that you're dealing with a Libra, that you are falling in love But you're definitely feeling like life is on the upswing. Life is good. Okay. Now I know the Sagittarius out there like, this reading is not for me. Stick with it because this is the influencing energy. Those are the ideals. Let's see how this is playing out realistically. Okay, take the lead. This is your central energy, which is you taking possession of your own self. It's also you being tapped by spirit. Is basically almost like this is your time. I say that, yeah. This is your time. It's grounding energy of 4, of really being attached to your life purpose. That's what this is. It's about being in tuned, feeling like you're just like you've listened to all those small voices inside of yourself, and even if they defy something that makes sense in the 3D world, it doesn't matter. There's such a level of vibrating high and vibrating happy. There's such a level of understanding what it is and what it's going to take to make yourself happy. And that happiness isn't, I mean, it's not an entitlement, right? But it is an indicator. It's almost, this is like you being in tuned to your happiness meter. That's what it is. It's like you're actually receiving those messages from spirit. Whether you call it spirit or not doesn't matter. You're actually in that presence of really knowing and believing those messages that you end up receiving. You can call them impulses, you can call them instincts. There's just a sense of being extremely in tune with your purpose and feeling really good about it. There's also a sense of meant to be. This could be a romance. Somebody's just tapped you, somebody who is extremely special, somebody who you maybe thought you weren't good enough for. Falling in love with somebody who is a surprise to you, or somebody who you've already fallen in love with. This is just a sense of your sense of love and passion and hopefulness guiding your way and guiding you in the right direction. Overcome any obstacles. Another card where you're just sort of celebrated, very romantic. You can do it energy. This is Taurus energy, which is also Venetian energy. Very much so, like pushing through financial demands, maybe even financial difficulties. Bullshit. This is a sense of you're doing just fine, that everything you need, you have. So, say you're planning a wedding, right? This is a sense of making it work and finding a way and getting all those things that you want. This would be good luck. This would be hearing that you're going to get the band that you wanted. This is about hearing about you're going to get the space that you wanted. What if you're not planning a wedding? So don't take it literally, take it metaphorically, as in things are really going your way right now. That even if you don't have all the money, you're getting approved for the loan that will give you the rest of the money. Financially, I keep bringing up money because Taurus is 3D. He rules the house of finance. So whereas Libra rules the house of partnership, there is some sense of maybe your partnership has made your finances stronger. Maybe marrying somebody or getting married to somebody has sort of solidified your ability to be able to get the things that you want. Now, this doesn't mean you're a gold digger. It just simply means that life is really good right now because you found the balance. And it takes a lot of people a big leap of faith to be okay with finding the balance in another human and realizing that partnership is integral to their success. But you seem to have realized it. You seem to have found that I don't want to do this on my own. And trying to do this on my own didn't make me as happy. And what's making me happy? This partnership that I've found has given me the direction and giving me the ability to be able to have the life that I want. This is your energy. So what it tells me is you're driving these detours. This is going off road. This is going off map. This is going off script. Life is better when you dare to grow. Hold on. What was my quote? Dare to go off script. Life is better when you improvise. And you're the master of improvisation. So this is what it is choosing to live a life where you're improvising and not only being okay with it, really loving it. really loving the fact that you don't have to be tied down or tied in or boxed in. A sense of or at the very least, you're creating a life that is untraditional, in the sense that it is more improvisational based than it is schedule based. And this is something that is surprising and beautiful at the same time, that you found a way to make this work. Normally, this is a detour sort of being thrown at you and you following, which could be happening. But I feel like this is more, you trusted the detour, you took the detour, and now it's really paying off. If not, if you haven't taken the detour yet, the detour will pay off. This is a sense of maybe even avoiding in some ways, maybe even avoiding some sort of financial consequence, or getting around some sort of financial obligation that could have tied you in. The miracles are, the miracles are endless. These are two cards that say you're special. You've been tapped by the gods. They're communicating with you. This is almost like, I don't know if you're with somebody at the center of your heart space that is richer than you, or can afford more than you, or is doing better in life than you, or there's just a sense of you getting a huge opportunity that's come to you, that's enabling you to have the resources that you need, or will be enabling you to have the resources you need to live the life that you want. And underpinning all of this is you being able to live the life that you want, Sagittarius. It's that sense of, I don't want to be defined by somebody else's processes. I don't want to be penned in. But part of being able to live that life was trusting in your intuition and in those messages, those places that you were being taken that were not normal for you. So it is because you veered off the traditional course that Spirit knew that you were worthy to give all these blessings to. Because you listened. This is definitely veering off of course. Freedom is... You just broke the chains, man. You maybe even broke the frickin' wheel. This is a sense of, this is Aquarian energy, not only liberation in terms of society, but a liberated mindset. Liberated from those constraints of other people's mindsets. You don't want to be penned in. You want to be freed from it. So there is a sense of, yes, finally feeling the wind in my hair, the sun on my back. Beautiful energy, especially for you. Free to go, free to do, free from any kind of constraints or obligations. Nothing is wasted. So this is an interesting energy, and I feel like this was the payment. It's almost like you had to this is the sacrifice that you made. In other words, we're not going to take without giving. Okay, so I'm going to find the treasure in this trash heap. In other words, because you were able to see value where other people couldn't, you got the lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the winner. You were willing to pick through trash and find something that somebody else threw away, and lo and behold, it was worth millions of dollars. That kind of energy. Now, I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen to you, but God bless if it does. But to say that you were able to pick out, because of a broadened mindset, and because of hope, and because of, and I sort of just trusting where your heart led you, you were able to, or you are going to be able to find that discarded bit of treasure that everybody else calls garbage. Well, it's not garbage. It's not garbage. And maybe in some ways you're able to redeem even yourself from being called garbage when you come through and show, no, I'm just living my life. I have happiness. Don't you guys want it too? Type of energy. Slow and steady wins the race. You're just going with the flow, man. This is Cancerian energy. This is that sense of just, I'm happy with my life. Taking your home wherever you go. Very nomadic kind of energy, which is very much like you, just like living in the mode of traveling. This is a sense of taking turtles take their home wherever they go, but sea turtle does not get overburdened or weighed down or even hide in its shell. It just knows that its shell keeps it safe, and it rides the current to lighten its weight. It's a really easygoing critter. And because it's so easygoing, it lasts a long time this way. So this is a sense of you finding where you want to be, maybe for the rest of your life. And it's certainly not a place, because the place is going to constantly change, but it is a state of being. It is a mindset. It is a way that you want to live. Love it. Sag, wow. Time to heal. This is beautiful energy. This is taking the toxins and the poisons that have built up throughout your life and saying, I'm going to use it to fuel me. I'm going to use it to fuel my life. This is taking the bad and turning it into something good, even if it's just burning it and getting it out. A sense of conducting that poison to heal you, to basically get it out of you and make it a cathartic process of healing. This is a beautiful energy of pain that has now caused you to come to a point in your life where you can live a better life, maybe than you'd ever thought. This is Aquarius energy. Seeing a snake, it could also be the two coming out next to each other, seeing a snake in the grass, seeing things differently, seeing pain or suffering in a different way, and even seeing opportunities in a different way. This is, you could have been taking counsel from somebody that made you see and let you see things from a totally different perspective, really taking good advice and them pointing out, hey, you better watch out for that. It's almost like maybe you got a warning and said, hey, you better watch out for that. And because you listened where you normally wouldn't, you were saved and you got a lot of doors open to you. This is that sense of taking good advice or receiving good advice, receiving advice and trusting it and knowing that it sees where other things can't. It sees in the dark. Owls can see from miles and miles away in the dark. Wisdom. They're just hardwired to know and notice things that other people miss. Amen. That's coming here too with vulture. This is seeing an opportunity that other people have missed, right? And then this is seeing poison or toxin or something that could have been bad for you that other people missed, but you didn't miss it. You didn't miss it. You saw it. Sometimes life stings. Okay, so there was a sense of, so this is pinpointing what was hurting you and what was making you feel stuck and what was making you feel sick. This is almost like maybe a doctor's advice. Somebody came around and said, this is what's actually causing you trouble. This is what's wrong. And in other words, through that diagnosis, you were now able to heal it. Right? This is something has been bothering you. Something could have been nagging you in terms of health-wise or even socially. Something just wasn't setting right. And that was a sign. And you were wise enough to see that it was a sign that something had to change. You know, maybe not even like the mosquito may not even be the bad guy, but it's not right for you. That sense of seeing that irritation and the lack of happiness meant that something had to change. Because why? What you want is happiness. You want to be in balance, Libra energy, and in a sense of I'm in love with my life every single day. And as long as you stay close to that balance and are willing to adjust, you are constantly going to be living in that moment. So something has been bothering you. There could have been an actual illness, but it will be diagnosed. The poison will be pinpointed and you'll be able to do something about it. Sagittarius, be loyal to what you love. This is a sense of interesting energy. It's almost like because everything is cleared up and your happiness is confirmed, there is a deeper ability to connect unconditionally, lovingly, in an unconditional way, that you can just completely devote yourself to somebody or a way of life now that you could not have before, because all of these things have been clarified. This is also finding a companion in your life that will travel with you anywhere and go anywhere with you, and that very well could have been part of what healed you. Remember what I said before is, especially me, I love individuality and always profess that, but there's some sense here where finding partnership and finding the right companion helped to actually heal a lot of the issues that were going wrong with you, including health. And then trust in the magic. So this is a new beginning and a new start, a new life coming into your world, a new way of life, and trusting in it and giving it the breath to fly and giving it the chance to exist and believing that it has value in and of itself. Last but not least, and I would say this is your grounding energy. Last but not least, Sagittarius, this is you're making the impossible happen. Totally making the impossible happen. Maybe you never thought you could, maybe nobody else thought you could, but because you believed you could, you did. You're also using your mind to basically get around blocking things in and making things absolutes. You don't want to think in absolutes. You don't want to think everything's all bad and so I can never make this right. You think of the possibilities instead of the impossibilities. Let me flip the camera around. Hold on. Okay, now here we go. This is your grounding energy of really basically getting on your own side and believing in the validity of something that is different and unique. And in that belief, giving it the validity, validating its right to live and right to be, right? Now this is more for me like a way of life for you. There is, maybe you've made some sacrifices. You've cut out some need for finances, right? And in doing so, have found a way to do something that's even more important to you, which is be free. Because honestly, freedom is paramount to you. I do see that there's a sense of a lot of travel here and finding a way to do it economically. I also see that partnership is the primary source of what has made this possible for you. Choosing the right person and realizing there's a healing quality in this person's presence in your life. Being or having a guide in your life, somebody that you trust that will help heal you. It's the partnership that is helping to heal you. I'm going to pull the full tarot card spread. Please do join me. And of course, your romance reading to confirm a lot of this will be over in the extended too. Sag, I'll see you over there.